best way to do a hamstring stretch. This is probably the best stretch that you can do. Standing with 2 feet apart, just about shoulder width apart, and then from there I'm just going to reach my hands down towards my toes. I'm just going to reach down as far as I feel comfortable. I'm going to hold it there for 2 or 3 seconds, and then I'm going to bring it up. And the important part is when I come up, I'm going to extend back a little bit, and then I'm going to drop it down again. Hold it down again for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. A couple of deep breaths in and breathe out, and then take it back up again. Extend it back, and the extension back allows the hamstring muscles to relax, and then you can stretch them again and go down. Each time you should get a little bit further as you drop down. Hold it there for a couple of seconds, take it back up, big deep breath in, breathe out, and I'll just go down one more time. This is probably the 4th or 5th time, and I'm getting right down. I'm getting a big hamstring stretch there at the back. Just to show you the side view of that, so when we turn to the side, it's the exact same stretch. I'm just going to flex it down, hold it for a couple of seconds, deep breath in, and then breathe it out. And when you come up, the important part is that extension to come back, allows all those hamstring muscles to relax. So you want to get relaxation through the muscles before we go and stretch them again all the way down. Let them stretch, hold it there for a couple of seconds, take it back up. Best one stretch that you can do to give yourself a little bit of ease or of any tension or tightness that you get through the front of your quads. So here's the best stretch you can do for them. So start off on your mat in a kneeling position. Just bring one leg out in front, and what you're going to do is build the tension through the quadricep by leaning forwards. So you're just going to ever so slightly lean it forwards. If you want to hold a wall beside you, it might become helpful. And then from there, to really get a stretch of that quad, you can literally take the leg up, and then from there, just pull it in, and you'll really feel the stretch coming through that quadricep muscle. It's a massive stretch. You can hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then you can kind of ease it off, let it drop back down. I would ease out of it, come back, just lean back, let the muscle relax, and then you can maybe go again for a second time. Take the leg up, hold on to the wall, and then just build the tension. If you want to really increase it and make more tension, just ever so slightly shift your weight forward onto the front foot, and you'll really feel that massive stretch coming through your quadricep muscle. The simplest and best stretch that you can get for your hip flexor. So what I start doing is similar to the quadriceps stretch, starting out in the kneeling position. So the hip flexor is just a little bit above where the quadricep is, and it also uses, as it's named, the hip flexor. The name is actually called the psoas muscle. So we're going to drop down, we're going to bring our left leg forward, and then we're going to drop down onto that front foot and really start to feel the stretch building up in around the area of that hip flexor where the psoas muscle is, attaching from the lumbar spine down into the ilium. And then from there, to build up the stretch, we're just going to ever so slightly lean our body back, and you'll feel that massive stretch, the tension really building in the front of that hip, which is right where the hip flexor is. Hold it there, and then what I would do is hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds, and then just ease it off like we did on the previous stretches. Give it a little bit of a break, and then when you're ready, you can just drop down again, bring it down, and hold that stretch. Really feel the stretch building across the front of the hip. Again, if you want to build some more tension or you want to increase the stretch a bit more, bring your 2 hands up, and then just lean those arms back, shift the weight onto the front foot, and you'll really feel that massive stretch going through that hip flexor. Hold it there, and relax. An easy stretch that you can use to stretch out your gluteal muscles. Gluteal muscles are what we rely on most when we're running. So I would start at the back of the mat, kind of similar to the quad and hip flexor stretch in the kneeling position. This time when I bring the front leg forward, I'm going to bring it across the midline, and then from there I'm just going to drop the knee down. So the knee drops down and it's pointed forwards, and then from there I'll just shift back on the mat. From there I'm just going to lean down, right down into it, and from there I can really feel the tension building around all of those hip flexor muscles, from the glute maximus, glute medius and the glute minimus. Hold it there. Again, 10 or 15 seconds with some nice big deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. And then from there, I would ease off the tension by coming back up. Just hold it for a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to drop it down again. Same stretch going down across those glutes. Hold it there. If you want to intensify the stretch or target a position, a particular area, you can drop off to one side. So take it more medial, or you can take it more laterally and really get the glute medius muscle or the glute minimus. Just to show you that, how it looks from the front. So when I'm down, I've got my leg across the midline, fold it down, bend into that stretch, hold it for a couple of seconds, come back up, go across the midline, hold it there. Really feel that massive stretch coming across those glutes, and then you can come across the midline, going laterally, and really get those glute medius muscles. Take it up from there. Hope you found that helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And remember guys, run far, run fast, but also run sensible.